Pity the billionaire. Pity the billionaire. Because Howard Schultz, who used to be Starbucks CEO, then when Starbucks workers had historic victories to unionize stores, Starbucks got rid of its CEO and brought Howard Schultz out of retirement to be the CEO again. But Howard Schultz recently, really sad, pitiful moment where Howard Schultz, as Starbucks, nearly, I think 200 stores have now filed for a union. Every single day, we're now seeing more stores actually win their union elections. New York, Ithaca, New York, just won their union election, becoming the first unionized Starbucks in New York. And several other Starbucks have won their elections too in recent days, including today. So I want to show you Howard Schultz's reaction to this. You either might cry of laughter or maybe something else.
Now, here's where it gets a little sensitive, because I've been coached a little bit, but I do want to talk about something pretty serious. We can't ignore what is happening in the country as it relates to companies throughout the country being assaulted in many ways by the threat of unionization.
Oh boy, assaulted by the threat of unionization. Colin, that's too good. Can we play that one more time?
Here's where it gets a little sensitive, because I've been coached a little bit, but I do want to talk about something pretty serious. We can't ignore what is happening in the country as it relates to companies throughout the country being assaulted in many ways by the threat of unionization.
I'll tell you what. You know, I could name actual assaults going on in the country, and I'm going to show you some of them. But Starbucks is under such assault by those dangerous, violent, venomous baristas filing for a union that in the last quarter of last year, so the last 3 months, quarter 4, Starbucks hit record revenue. Their revenue was up 31% to a record $8.1 billion. 8.1 billion under assault. Under assault, he is. The villains and the aristocrats of the United Corporations of America are now feeling that they're under assault because workers are trying to form a union, essentially to maybe get better hours, better conditions in the warehouse, better pay, better benefits. That you're under assault when the Starbucks workers I have spoken to and I have interviewed in Buffalo and elsewhere are literally working 2 or 3 jobs, are near eviction due to rising rates in Buffalo and other parts of the country, are being fired for the crime of trying to unionize, but you're the one under assault. Well, Colin, I sent you this before if you have it. One worker who was in attendance at this, Pity the Billionaire spectacle and crime and Howard Schultz's crocodile tears. Her name is Mads, M-A-D-S. She actually spoke up at this based on this assault by the workers. If you could play that, Colin.
My name is Mads Hall, and I am a partner at 2nd and Covina in Belmont Shore. I am currently organizing my store, and I was given the opportunity to meet with senior level management yesterday. When I arrived, me and 19 other partners had the opportunity to speak with Howard Schultz. He wanted to know what he could do to restore trust within the company, and I mentioned that we wanted honesty and transparency about the NLRB charges and what's happening to pro-union workers across the country. I was silenced and told that I wasn't allowed to talk about that. He then apologized on behalf of me to the entire room for bringing it up. Later on, when benefits were mentioned, I said that while our benefits were once leading in the industry, they are not anymore. In response, he said, If you hate Starbucks so much, why don't you work somewhere else?
Wow, boy. Howard Schultz and the Frappuccino are under attack when he's literally putting gag orders on workers who dare question him on their union busting. But I had Colin cut a few clips from our Economic Hunger Games series, which, by the way, if you have not seen all our interviews, gotta watch it. Gotta watch it. I want to show you who's actually under attack in the United Corporations of America. Colin, let's play the first video with senior citizens who are literally rationing rice and beans to afford rent.
My rent now takes, with a new rent, 42% of my income. Prices are rising in the grocery store. I have cats, and cat food is rising. A case of cat food that before the pandemic cost $12 is now almost $16. And that is a huge increase when you're considering a fixed income. And halfway through my month, I find myself making difficult decisions. The cats always get fed. They always get kitty litter, and I'm the one who is eating rice and beans for half the month with no fresh veggies.
But Howard Schultz and corporate America is under attack. I also want to show you senior citizens whose rent is going up $800 and are now suicidal. Most Americans can't afford a $400 emergency. We're talking about rent going up $800 to $1,000
a month. A month, not a year.
And
yeah, it's crazy.
And maybe you don't have the answers, but what are you going to do? I mean, you're an older woman. You have till when? The end of April to leave your place?
Yeah, I'm considering suicide, but don't tell anyone because then 1 million people will be calling me.
Well, this is going out. This interview is going out. So. Well, please don't do that. If there's people that can help you.
No, they can't help because they can't find me a house here.
No, but in all
I'm laughing, but it's black laughter, right? I mean, you realize there's really nothing that people in my situation can do.
Right.
You can't remake the housing market.
Howard Schultz is under attack. Starbucks, who made record revenue and profits at the end of last year, they're under attack. But also, let's show you also have disabled Americans under attack by a government and a for-profit villainous system, leaving them with a choice: go stay blind or go broke.
And each eye treatment they wanted me to have was over $12,000 for each eye every 30 days. And it was with those that it doesn't bring my sight back, but it tries to stop the rest of the sight from depleting. And, of course, the treatments were denied because they're not exactly profitable to give people for free. So I had to appeal it. So I could not get them done in the meantime because they said, look, if you're going to do it, you need to sign this paperwork that if they in turn are not approved, you will be paying out of pocket for this $25,000 every 30 days. And I was like, on top of the trauma, like I can't really see much anymore. I'm faced with the hostage situation of, do I sign this and risk owing $25,000, which I clearly do not have, and so on and so forth. And, then I ended up losing my job because in Pennsylvania it was totally legal because I was doing 52 words per minute typing, and then it went to like 19 per minute with mistakes. And I was very much so in denial. When I was typing, I would hold the keyboard like this. And then if I heard someone coming, I would quick put it down.
Howard Schultz is under attack. Jeff Bezos is under attack. The Walton family is under attack. I mean, you just cannot make this stuff up. But if you want to see one more who's under attack, and again, this is our Economic Hunger Games series. You could see all these interviews in full right here on the channel. All these are already up. Go watch them after. You know who's really under attack? People who literally, because of this pandemic, which, by the way, is still a thing, even though the government is basically rigging the data now to artificially lower cases, artificially lie about the hospitalization rate as we have a contagious variant going on, but pay no mind to that, who have gone into debt, not just because of the pandemic, but also things that we think are a good thing, like working from home, that in many cases are causing more debt.
On top of working my 9 to 5, right? I had to, and my mom, like, again, is elderly and stuff. So she's not gonna go out into the world when it's a pandemic. We don't even understand what's happening, right? That first year. So it was juggling the fact that you have to perform and produce, the fact that you have to be strong enough to effectively help people who are in dire need, maintain your psychological, will, and then also go out there, wait on food lines, pay for extra items that you normally don't have to pay for. So like I say, my data connection at home, we don't have high-speed internet. I had to reach out to a private company to get some kind of ridiculously expensive hotspot that I'm literally in debt for thousands of dollars right now.
That your employer won't help.
That my employer won't cover. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm not sure if this happened under Trump or whatnot, but
I'm sorry to interrupt, but that's very interesting because I mean, you live on the Upper West Side. Sections of the Upper West Side are some of the wealthiest people in the world, but your internet connection sucks.
Yeah. Wow. And like right now I'm using a virtual hotspot box that's like ridiculously expensive. And and it's just a matter of I didn't have a choice. It was either that or nothing. Like the library wasn't even open for me to go and work, right? I couldn't even go to my CUNY campus and work out the computer lab. Everything was shut down. And so, and then on top of that, you have the electricity costs. Like I don't know. I don't want to compare myself to, others, but for my experiences, like that, a couple of $100 every month means a lot. Yeah. Right. And so like, I don't have it to the point where I can just forego, a savings that I have $1,000 or $2,000 in and let that hold me over. It doesn't work like that, from my experience in my life. And so I'm literally in debt now because of what we went through.
Now, Howard Schultz is under attack. Meanwhile, people just to work from home, because some offices have not brought people back and are just having people work from home permanently. Because of this country and the tale of two cities, people don't have good internet. They have to go thousands of dollars in debt to get a private internet connection. But Howard Schultz is under attack. Thanks for watching, and make sure to tune in to Status Coup's daily live stream Monday through Thursday at 5 o'clock Eastern Time and Fridays at 4 o'clock Eastern Time.